Greetings, everybody out there in YouTube watching land. It's Cover Slingers. What's this called again? Cover Slingers Showdown time once again. This week we'll be showing some lovely covers that might not have any atmosphere, as they are all about floating in space. I'm your host, the the Grey Man, and I'm joined by these floaters from the toilet bowl of the YouTube comic community. First up, he floats like a butterfly. He floats like a bee and stings like a butterfly. It's Comic Mag Musings. And then we have floating on a cloud of his own arse gas. It's CapN Comics.
That is true.
Yeah. We all float down here. He's Pennywise and he's a clown. It's Metarog.
Yep, that is true.
Some people call him Pennywise, some people call him tight-fisted, but both are true.
True.
This guy hasn't got much floating in the vast, empty expanse he calls a brain. It's out with Rosko.
Yep. Something floating in the bowl, though.
Look. And lastly, our judge, who is out of this world. She's gone. It's Matilda Gothika, but she's disappeared.
She is literally out of this world.
She is literally out of
this world.
She's been abducted, I say.
What the heck? There she is. Where do you think you're going?
I disappeared.
She was practicing her magic one for next time.
Cat was first, wasn't he?
Oh, gee, thanks.
Can you make Gray's puns disappear, please?
I like them too much. So what was my line? I hope it was rude.
I said, our judge who is out of this world, and you disappeared as soon as I said it.
Yeah.
It was like, what's going on there?
Perfect timing.
I thought the best was when I called you all floaters from the toilet bowl of the comic community. But
that was okay. That was okay.
That was a good line.
That was the rudeness I was looking for.
Right. Okay, then, starting off then with CapN Spaceman. CapN Spaceman!
And
you don't have a space helmet, Mr. Cap.
I know I was looking for one. I don't have one. I'm just spaced out all the time anyways. I've seen multiple universes, let me tell you.
I bet you have.
Hi, Mr. Ray.
I figured I better use this one before Rosko uses it, because it's probably one of his favorites. And this describes everybody on the panel, too, because we're all from everywhere. UK, United States, Egypt, Japan.
Good old Ryan and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy. Yeah, that's a Rosko.
I love it. That's awesome.
I'm surprised they're not dead.
I think they're more like running on the planet, but okay, we'll let it go.
I suppose you could say the planets are floating in space. I mean, I don't know.
Well, then everything is Gray, because we're on a planet, So
right. Yeah, true. Yeah, but they're in space. You can see the space there that they're floating in as well. If it was it couldn't just be someone sitting on Earth.
Well, I can see the space at night.
Floating in space on the planet.
You know that's fantasy, though. The Earth is flat.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Well, that's a two-dimensional cover there, Bill. So.
Oh, so it really is. Yeah.
We all know that Cap sees space, makes his special medicine. He sees all the space, all the stars up close.
Yeah. Special smoking. The reason the chat's not working in the StreamYard.
Yeah, I don't see anything on StreamYard either. It's like nobody's here. Nobody's here and nobody's watching.
Oh, yeah, we got them in here.
Yeah, we got plenty of folks in here.
It's not set up on StreamYard for some reason. Anyway, never mind. Anyway, anyone else got any critiques? Or we should go straight to Matilda for her vote.
Rosko has a critique. How dare you steal my cover?
He was tired.
Yeah.
I need to get that one actually now.
What was that? Rayman and Rosko? Oh, Ren and Stimpy. My bad.
I always call him Ryan. It's Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, Ryan works too.
Those two crazy buggers. That was some shit when you see it as a kid. It's like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
But I will give Ren and Stimpy that somehow they're not dead a 9.
Now, what if it was Ryan and Stimpy? Would it get an 8?
No.
That'd be 11.
That would be 11. Oh, hi,
I see
Mr.
Captain
Kyle.
Comics, I don't blame that.
I
Okay,
don't see the
Metarog.
timing.
All right.
Got for us,
Well,
Space man.
you know, I suppose
Roscoe.
I suppose there was, you know, some mild controversy on Cap's comics, but then there's always mild controversy on Cap's comics.
What? Never.
True.
But in this one, I
Jackson
think
called you a
the
flathead, Mr.
I
Bill.
think the theme on point here is indisputable. But you make that decision, Matilda.
We'll be the judge, sir.
Yeah, well, Bill, of course, you know, will never say that anything good. But anyway, so here we have Creatures on the Loose number 36
Ooh.
with a Gil Kane, Klaus Johnson cover. And here we have John Jameson, obviously transformed into the werewolf while he was doing a little spacewalk and is now indeed floating in space.
Is he an
That's
astronaut
men.
son of J. Jonah
Not
Jameson?
werewolf by now.
That is correct, Bill.
Oh, it's
So-
JJ's son. Does he yell like him?
No, he doesn't. He's very different than him.
Very different. He's much more level-headed. shall
Can
we say.
werewolves breathe in space?
Shocking.
Yeah. Is
No,
that
they do
Gil
not.
Kane in
I
space?
doubt that.
Thus
will
he's
he be-
being rescued. Thus he's being rescued there, notice.
Unfortunately,
this-
that one's jumping in
Will he
space,
be-
But
Roger.
at this moment, he is floating. He is off his umbilical.
It looks like he jumped. Unfortunately, it's not jumping in space, or it's
Will
floating
he
in
be
space.
killed?
I don't think even if you try to
You
jump
can't
in
jump
space,
in
you'll
space,
still
Bill.
float.
There's
close.
zero gravity.
You'll still float, Mr. Bill.
You'll only have momentum after getting off of somewhere else.
Oh, silvery
I know it's hard for you, Bill. Music,
He
you know,
almost
but-
had it, Matilda. Don't be too hard on him. He
He's a
tried.
little
That's still
spacey
floating,
today.
Mr. Bill. You can't just jump in zero gravity. You can try, but I don't think it's gonna work that
Sure,
way.
you can. You can until another force
I
is
mean,
active.
right.
on you.
Does Roger's argument float or sink, Matilda? What do you reckon?
No, not
Sink.
sink. Not sink. I actually read a Superman comic where he sends Doomsday to space. So
Mhm.
more space floating. How appropriate. That one's cool. I like it. Some werewolves and space.
Yeah.
My favorite combination. Speaking of werewolves, where is Mr. Werewolf by lunchtime?
Yeah,
Did he burn a pie again?
probably.
Anyway, I love this one.
I can't see anyone. on
Got
the map.
supernatural creatures and space and good art. 10.
What? Music to my ears, Bill. Music to my ears. Thank you, my dear.
Mm.
Absolutely shocking. All right then, Bill, what have you got for us? Conan in space?
How do you know? Where else?
I would love to see that.
Where else? Where else?
How
would
would
you
that
find
work?
Our favorite barbarian, but in space. No. We have Micronauts, issue number
Oh.
25,
Okay.
and we have
And
Floating.
spaceships looks like a Svivon.
Hold on a second. Are they not walking on the ground there? There's trees in the background. That's the space above
Floating
them in
over
the
there.
sky.
floating.
That
in
guy's
space.
flying in the atmosphere of this
Those-
planet by the looks of it. I
Spaceship
don't know,
right
man.
there. Guy right there floating. Guy there floating.
Well, it could be
that's
above
the
space.
fixer. He's got a jetpack.
Oh, I like her the lady's outfit.
You
Very
can see the
Yeah.
tree outline in the background.
Yeah, those are
that,
trees.
that guy with the jetpack, look at his face. It looks like Bill trying to pass a big movement. What's happening there?
Wonderful Pat Broderick.
It looks angry. As a favorite British the commentator of myself,
Yeah,
was
I
trying to push out a particularly
No.
difficult turn.
It is kind of unsettling.
That's just the space behind them, I reckon.
It is kind of unsettling not having the comments. I'm used to seeing the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go
Well,
to
I'm just
YouTube
used
to
to
look.
not seeing a Conan. You know, I'm in shock right now. And did Conan fight in space or something?
If he did, I didn't find it.
Hi, Mr. Damien. Scott thinks you're trying to get his vote, Mr. Bill. An easy comics reader is wondering if you understood the assignment.
There's a guy in it with a jetpack, and there happens to be some space behind them up in the sky. But I mean, that's not really. That's the.
Well, there's
never mind.
space, and yeah, there's trees, but it's all white, so it's not confirmed to be a background.
I think you should give him
It does kind of,
because he's hard of understanding.
It does kind of look like
Oh,
they're on
it's
some
hard of
planet.
understanding. So you've got.
It is all white, so maybe
There's
it's
a
just
spaceship right next to him.
yeah, but it could be above in the sky.
Yeah, it
Well,
could, be,
they're all
it could be
above.
actually in space, Bill, unlike the foreground.
They are in space.
Yeah, the foreground is the art is nice, and that's a very
Isn't it?
pretty lady. So
Yes, it is.
I'll give this one an 8.
All
It
right.
does look like
Very
it could
generous.
try.
You're very kind.
Very magnanimous of
You're
you, my
so
dear.
kind. Your kindness knows no beginning.
Oh,
Yeah.
it says kindness on my shirt.
Over
That's
to
right,
Rosko. We haven't seen you for ages.
Hooray
Yay.
for Rosko! We have Rosko again.
He's showing
And
off
that
his
pillow I
convention
didn't
t-shirt.
miss. Put a blinder on him next time.
Yeah, like horses have.
King Size Annual Fantastic number 12.
Ooh.
You got the thing floating down over there.
Okay, yeah.
How is he alive?
That's what I want to
How are
know.
any of them alive?
It's a comic book. Go with it,
Good
Matilda.
point. Good point. Is this
Oh, look,
space
it's,
if they don't require spacesuits to survive?
Scarlet
that.
Witch's brother,
really hit the nail on
and
the
I
head
don't know
there.
who the guy over there is.
Quicksilver.
No, I know Quicksilver, but I don't know the guy in the black.
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt.
Yeah, Black Bolt,
Black Bolt.
Quicksilver.
That's some way to travel
Karnak
inside a
is behind him
capsule.
as well.
Man here though.
Yeah,
Floating.
Karnak back there.
Well, who's the red one who's on fire?
Phil.
That's Torch.
No idea.
That's the human.
No
Oh,
idea.
that's
Never
Torch.
seen him before.
Who's the stretchy
Yeah,
guy
that's,
with
uh,
blue on?
Yeah.
That's Gum. That's
He's
Gum
called
Man.
Mr. Stretch.
And the
Oh.
blonde
He's called
lady
Mr.
is
Reach
called
Around Hero.
Susanna.
Oh, that's
Mr.
Plastic
Reach
Man,
Around.
right? Oh, okay.
Oh, and the guy in the blue underwear, that's Rockman.
Oh.
Pretty good,
Rockman.
Roscoe. Pretty
Rock.
good.
The thing.
Pretty good one.
He's called the human bowel movement.
The bowel movement with rocks.
That might be the negative zone. Maybe that's why he's being able to flame on and stuff. I'm not sure.
Yeah, could be. Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, would fire work in space?
No.
No, it
No,
would, right?
it would not. But
But
in the negative zone, it might.
So wait, does that mean they're still in space?
Yeah, it's still a type of space. Yes.
I think you should give him negative points, Matilda.
Oh,
Negative zone, negative points.
No. I mean, we have the Fantastic Four on some kind of spacecraft with poor Quicksilver and the other guy in capsules. It's definitely catching cover. I'm going to give that one a 9.
Take it.
You'll take it in your life.
Take it.
9 for Rosko.
Take that 9.
I missed that
Right now,
thumbs up from Roscoe. Yeah.
2.
This comic book,
Negative space.
I was considering doing this one last. I was going to wait and see how well it was going, if I thought I had a chance of winning or not before I decided how to play this one. But I'm just going to do it first because it's fun. But imagine an alternate world where Matilda finally admits her love for Jimmy Olsen. They have a love child who has cosmic powers, and I present her to you now. Here you see the cosmic child of Jimmy Olsen and Matilda Gothika floating in space.
Oh, God. I should have
wow.
aborted
The red
that
hair.
one.
The red hair, the ginger hair in the style of Matilda, that happy face.
You know, Mr. Gray, you could just tell me I'm fat. That was better than accusing me of burning that.
Mr. Gray.
Get him, Matilda.
It was obviously
That
smaller
looks
when
like
you-
the life child of
It's
Jimmy
the
Olsen
Eternal
and
World
Juggernaut.
He drew first
Anything.
blood, Matilda. Get him.
And Matilda Gothika. Look, he's got Matilda's happy face and hair, but it's ginger. There you go. That's what I'm
At
saying.
Get
least
him,
refer to her as a woman. That's my
Get him.
daughter.
Oh man.
Here comes the negative points.
You got a lot
Here
of
it
guts,
comes.
Gray. I gotta give it to you. You got a lot of guts, man.
At least he's creative when he's trying to say you're fat.
He's not being very
In
nice.
the what if
Matilda.
world,
That's the kind of child a mother looks like and thinks I should have swallowed you.
Mm-hmm.
isn't you, Matilda. This is your love child with Jimmy Olsen.
This baby makes me want to vote for abortions in favor. Oh, geez, that's one hell of a creature, though. What kind of a creature is she? She does kind of have my hair, but
She's
I'm
an
telling
insane
you,
body.
that's the love child of Juggernaut and Jimmy Olsen, or Doomsday and Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
Either way, horrifying.
Maybe.
And that was not consensual between Jimmy and Juggernaut. You know.
The chat has given you some suggestions.
It's either you. It's either you.
A few negative scores there.
And it could be Rosko and Phoenix's love child.
Huh?
I can tell you that's no child of mine. No child of mine would have been that fat. Terrible. But regardless, that is a cool drawing. And she is floating in space.
Sort of.
I will give you that. But 1 point off for calling me fat, so you get a 9.
I didn't call you fat.
Undeserved.
You did.
Not me.
More undeserved.
I didn't. I called this. If it's your child, it's not you, is it? Honestly.
Well,
Right.
She's fat because I was probably fat when I carried her. Ugh. Should take off another point for telling me that's my child. Ugh.
You know, there's some unwritten rules about what you do to people, Gray, and
I'm going to say
you
that.
broke one of them.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
It
It's
is.
good fun. I was going to do this one last.
It is.
I was going to see if I was
the
a chance
daughter
of
of the
winning or not. I got a chance of
It probably is.
It's fun, I
Alright.
guess. Yes.
You can't tell her butt from her gut.
Matilda, look, come on now. Pull that face and everyone's going to see it. They're all going to see it.
That is no child of
Yeah, I
mine.
can see
I would
it.
have aborted that thing.
All
All right, one vote for Mr. Metarog, one for
K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Roscoe, another one for Roscoe, another one for Roscoe,
Hey.
one for Mr. Bill, a pretty vote.
I'll
You
take-
know,
One for Cap.
I'll take what I can get.
Come on,
So
guys.
far, Roscoe's in the lead.
You know,
all the ones going to
Alright,
Rosko are
oh.
for me because I'm showing Ren and Stimpy for him.
No. Vote Cap. No.
all the comments are suddenly showing up now. That's good. The
All
comments
right,
are finally showing
Roscoe.
up.
They're showing up again. Yay.
You got win.
I don't have to look on YouTube.
Yeah, straight up
Looks
now.
like Roscoe. and
All
I
right,
split
Roscoe
this
takes it. Well done, Roscoe.
Hey. Thanks, chat.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was
You're
a good
mad. You're
Man, I
crazy.
was
Matilda's
digging-
love child was much better than that cover. Right, over to Cap then for his.
If I was
second
going to
comment.
have a child with a ginger, it would be Daredevil.
Yeah.
one. Ah.
Maybe
I have
Daredevil,
taste.
yeah.
Well, you know, I might have a controversy comic here, so I'll just go with it because you
That'd
know,
be worse than what Mr. Gray suggested, so go ahead.
Yeah, all right.
That one was great. What are you talking about?
Well, you know, out in space, there's a lot of vines that swing out in space, right?
True.
Swing in space.
You can see them stand. Oh,
They are out in space.
they are standing. Oh,
They are in space.
that is really crap. Isn't it? Yeah. No readily apparent reason for it.
That's funny.
Why are they in space? What is the story behind that, for God's sake?
It's comic logic.
Global
Don't
Jeopardy.
question it.
Right. There's a lot of vines out in space too.
But I see that's where the cover started to get retarded at this point.
Yeah.
That's is
Yeah.
that a promo comic, Cap?
I think
That's
so.
Marvel.
Yeah,
for
World
the-
Wildlife. Yeah.
Yeah. World Wildlife Fund.
Yeah, fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a
it's
fun
different.
one.
They're
I don't-
floating in space.
Well, when you
Lot of
think
jungle
Wolverine, you think
characters.
space exploration.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Oh,
And
In
Submariner.
bikinis.
You know,
Khazar.
Right.
Atlanteans in space. Why not? You know.
He's well known.
Well,
for
I mean,
swinging from
Atlanteans to
vine vine in
begin
space.
with.
Khazar,
The
isn't
girl in the bikini, of course, to talk to the aliens.
Shanna. Is that Shanna?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shanna the
Yeah.
Cheetah.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shanna.
Yeah, and
There's a
Zabu.
Wolvie and
Zabu,
the
the space saber-toothed tiger swimming through space.
It's a Wolverine book.
And every comic book you ever see him in. pretty sure.
It's even less realistic than the thumbnail I made where I have a fishbowl on my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good one, Matilda. That was right. Okay, fair enough. I would say that they're not floating in space. They're merely depicted on that cover being in front of a planet.
They're technically in space. I guess you could say they're kind of floating.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
You have to admit that is one hell of a bunch of characters to put together.
Well, I don't have to admit that, Matilda.
Yeah.
Well, I am thoroughly entertained. And hey, we had a chick in a bikini in space.
That's true.
Hey, there's one for you too, Matilda. Submariner.
Well, he needs a new haircut. Then
Doesn't
we'll
he?
talk. His little
He's no Aquaman, is he?
Nah,
No.
he's not. The hair, it looks more Vulcan. It's the Vulcan that kills me.
True.
But anyway, that is also good. Although, yeah, they don't exactly look floating, but they're still in space, so you can technically say they are. I'll give it a 9 for the creativity of the team.
I'll give you a Submariner 9.
Okay. Over to Roger then.
All right. So, once again, Cap with his controversial comics. But anyway, we won't go there. So here is an interesting cover, I thought, because not only is this man floating in space, not only is he in peril in space, but he is being attacked by gremlins in space.
My Watson. He's also
Mystery in Space number 113. Looks like Gray had this one as well. Joe Kubert cover. Yeah, there it is.
If only it was attacked in space and not floating in space. Gosh, you're always so
he's
close,
still
Roger.
floating in space.
Oh, he's floating.
Oh,
He
it's
is
attacked
floating.
in space, right?
Look at the umbilical there, Bill, and the gremlins.
Backup, Mr. Gray?
The gremlins that are now attacking him,
Hello, Kenneth.
and that look of terror because he knows sooner or later that umbilical is going to give way, and he's going to be out of luck. Look at that face. Ah! That's like Bill, whenever he gets a score. Ah!
That's when he sees the woodpecker.
That's the best scream ever.
PM.
You win for that scream.
They are kind of cute, though.
Well, yeah, in a kind of demonic sort of way. Look at that.
Adorable. Look at that face.
Look at that like that triangular tongue and slanted
put him in
eyes.
a little suit.
They're like tiny little Hellboys, aren't they, Matilda?
Gray Man's going to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Aw, adorable.
Gray Man's having an inner crisis right now.
Yeah, we're playing one. I'll see if I've got anything elsewhere.
Yeah.
Well, if not, Mr. Gray, it's okay. I can just show that one. It is what it is. Okay, that was just fantastic. It has little demons that are adorable.
Yeah, but you got to
just
count
wanna
off because
squeeze
he's
them.
copying Gray Man on that.
But he's wearing a yellow spacesuit.
Yes.
So that's 1 point off. I'm giving it a 9.
Oh.
Okay.
I knew that was coming, so thank you. I knew that was
It's
coming.
too yellow.
He copied Gray Man, and he still got an.
I didn't know Gray Man had that.
I don't know.
Let's
that.
see.
Let's see.
That's true. You didn't know.
His face for this round.
All right, this one technically isn't floating. It's projected in a space area. And of
You
course,
really
I'm
didn't
talking
understand the
about
assignment.
Oh,
did you?
gee.
Right.
Roscoe's favorite.
Get that out of here.
No, that's
I want
not
that comic one day, Mr. Bill. You better send me a
That's not
copy.
That
it. We have the Avengers Annual, issue number 16.
Ooh.
Great George Perez. You know what a huge George Perez fan I am. Great
yeah.
George Perez cover art.
I love Captain Marvel's position.
Mm-hmm. He's ready to go.
They all are. Oh, there's those Shellhead. How the hell are they breathing? But let's forget about that.
And on the back, we have Roscoe's lunch plans.
Oh.
Good choice.
That's not enough.
It needs at least 12 more cookies.
Heck yeah.
Okie dokie.
So he can share with the gremlins.
That's true.
didn't look like a lot of floating though. There it looked like a lot of flying, but I didn't see a lot of floating there.
Well, flying. To say it's flying, you'd have to see some sort of trail mark, some sort of.
Well, no.
Not in space. You wouldn't. There's no particles.
No. I've got to say that massive rock
Floating.
that a lot of them are standing on is floating in space. They're standing on a massive rock which is floating in space, aren't they?
Well,
half of that cover has got people on a floating thin space rock.
So we
and
do
the other
have
half,
floating.
like the swordsman doesn't fly, so the swordsman can't be flying in that one. So some of them are floating, I think. Anyway,
Absolutely,
but anyway, let's go to Matilda.
And Silver Surfer is surfing.
Yeah, floating on a big.
And so that one looks like the epic start of a fight, of a battle.
Oh, it is. It's
About
epic,
to-
all right.
We're about to collide.
And all those guys on the right, by the way, are dead. They're dead. So maybe they're floating, but probably they have powers because they're dead.
No, they're not dead yet.
no,
Oh,
they
they're
are.
dead. They're dead.
They are.
Read the
They're
story. They're
reincarnated
dead.
to
That is a
fight
door
the
Wow,
game.
there's a ghost.
They're
Well,
yeah,
that
they're
case, they're
reincarnated.
floating in space because they're ghosts.
They're like
reincarnated.
bombs.
Float.
There are bombs planted across the universe that the heroes have to go deactivate, and these formerly dead villains have been reanimated to battle them.
Formerly dead. They dead.
Well,
That's
no one's
Captain
really,
Marvel. He's not a villain.
really dead in comics.
Captain Marvel's not a villain, is he?
No. They were tasked like with teams to whoever can get to the bomb first, and then it's complicated. But no, yeah, he's not a
Yeah,
villain.
no shit. You need a manual. And still, that is an epic floating towards the space battle. I'm giving it a 10.
Ugh.
Music to my ears.
What?
Music to my ears, I say.
Man, you leave a couple shows and they just hand out 10s now, don't they?
like candy cap.
Jeez.
Well, I was gonna show this, but then you guys had mentioned, and I didn't realize it until I saw the cover, so I got to change it. But I was gonna show this.
Uh-huh. No.
But then I
No.
saw
That outfit is
Gas in
ridiculous.
space.
That's a Kirby too,
Yeah.
Roscoe. You know,
Good
Matilda
book,
and
yeah.
Kirby.
Good book,
Yeah,
Rosko.
so I'm gonna do this one.
That was a flex.
This one's kind of weird.
On that cover.
Nothing against Kirby is a bit too boxy for me.
Isn't
Got
it,
these
though?
little
Spider-Man.
floating heads over here.
Ooh.
Heads are floating.
Look at this
in space,
guy.
I guess.
Is that Angel?
Yeah, apparently.
Yep, that's Angel. That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
wonderful costume.
Angel's X-Men Marvel.
Marvel
Yeah.
Saga.
You got floating heads.
Story.
In
Floating
space.
head.
In space.
Is that Goblin next to Spidey?
Doc Ock?
That's
Oh, that's
Dr.
Ock. Is
Ock.
that who that is? Doc Ock? Okay.
All right, fair enough.
Is that Man Cave? Is that one of the floating heads there?
Well, I have something floating in space, actually, kind of.
There you go.
That's
That's
a
a
flying.
flex right
flying,
there, too,
that's
Matilda.
Flying in
Fly.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess she's strapped to his thing. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
angel,
same
angel
size.
wouldn't be able to fly in space. He's freezing up, so he's definitely floating. Yeah.
He's floating. We all float down here to quote Pennywise the Clown.
There's like two
I love how it
meanings of
looks so
floating in
ridiculous
space
in
on
the
that
beginning.
cover.
Ooh, there's a watcher.
Well, I'd say yours gets a 10, Matilda. This one gets a 7.
I think the ice is based on his breath, or the air that or carbon dioxide he's breathing out. That's the.
Hey,
Ice.
what's with his costume? It's turning gray on the sides.
Yeah.
That's ice, I
Are you
think.
serious? So
Yeah.
I guess
It
okay,
is.
so
It's like ice.
Angel flying towards where Spider-Man is, and then part of the cover Spider-Man's in a lab somewhere with Dr. Ock.
Yeah, it's Marvel Saga, so they have various stories that are intertwining in the Silver Age.
Okay, so you only have like part of the space where I assume Angel is flying.
Yeah, that's right.
All right,
Yeah,
so
and
partly it's partly in space.
Too many questions, Matilda. You got to try to
Too many
piece it
questions.
together.
It's where angels dare to tread, or something like that. Angels fear to tread, is it?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, yeah, it does look like he's more flying, so maybe he's about to reach space, but not yet there. I'll
cool.
give this one an 8.
More than
What?
fair.
An 8.
Yeah, that one was pretty awful.
It's only half in space, Rosko.
Yeah.
Only half.
Should've
Look at
gotten
the
a five.
disappointment. Aw.
For being half in space. Yeah.
Right,
Welcome
in this
back,
cover,
Rosko.
Supergirl is not,
I'm out of here.
on this cover. Supergirl is not totally
Stay,
flying.
Rosko, stay.
Are you gonna go, Gray Man?
You shut up and let me talk.
Yeah, keep talking, Gray. Let's go.
On this cover, Supergirl is not currently flying. She's floating in space alongside these frozen graveyard of space, where you see all these bodies in these capsules just floating in the atmosphere of space. The missing witnesses. This is how they got rid of them. The frozen graveyard of space. And then you can see all these capsules.
There's one mafia boss with too much money on his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. This is where Matilda sends her enemies. She fires them into space in the capsules.
Are you kidding? I just send them to hell. You think I have the money for that shit?
Never.
Yeah,
be
but then they
seen
get to
again.
hang out with Hellboy.
Nah, they go to a
Either
special
way, they
hell.
disappear and never seen again, Matilda. That's all we need to know.
Supergirl
And look at
sporting
that.
those hot pants.
Beautiful Supergirl cover.
I did like that Supergirl costume version, though.
Mm-hmm.
And they're better than the skirt, even.
I'd say that's a 10 with 3 points marked off for that ugly stamp, that Pence stamp or whatever the heck that is in the middle.
Sounds about right.
Thorpe and Porter stamp.
Yeah, what a shame.
Actually makes it funnier,
Yeah.
if anything.
It could be identifying
There
the
you go.
tube. You know,
Exactly.
that's tube
Yeah, it could be the price of each
TP
tube,
613. You know.
Super Daisy Dukes, exactly.
This Joe's gone down the tube since we didn't bill on it.
Yeah, I know that cover was boring.
All right, they're definitely all in space, and those tubes are definitely floating. I will say, though, that is a creative way to get rid of your enemies. Though you have to be
Certainly.
with a lot of money and a nerd for that. Maybe it's Elon Musk's people he's getting rid of.
Could be.
That's what SpaceX is for.
I mean, I'd imagine you would do something like that. But still, that is nice. I do love Supergirl's outfit. I'm giving this one a 10.
Oh,
Ooh. Very worthy, I say. Very worthy.
not at all.
All right, jury.
I have it all. Space boobs, space crotches. I have it all. All floating for you.
How about Space
Although the
Gremlin?
boobs wouldn't float, right? They'd stay in. Hey, that's the way to stop boobs from sagging. Just
There
go
you
to
go.
space. No gravity. You can see rich women of the future go into space for half of the year just so the boobs don't sag. It's
All
gonna
right.
happen.
We
We
got
are
some
that
votes.
vain.
We got Comic Mag Musings.
Thanks,
All
Cap.
right,
Gray
one
Man,
vote for Mr. Gray, one for Mr. Metarog, one for Rosko,
another one
another
for
one for
Musing.
Mr. Gray, another one for
Musing.
one for Mr. Cap. Pity vote for Mr. Metarog, another one for Mr. Gray.
Looks like
Okay,
I'm
so
in the
Mr.
lead.
Gray is in the lead. He has
Oh.
3.
I must be seeing a different chat. You sure? Can you recount that?
Mr.
You're
Bill,
seeing
take
the
out your
imagination.
eyeballs, wipe them on your shirt, and shove them back in. That might help.
Get your eyeballs
Oh,
out of your back
man.
passage and you might be able to see better.
All right, Mr. Gray, you get the 3 points.
Cool. Get your eyeballs out your back passage and your nose out Matilda's back passage and you'll be doing better. Bill.
Well, you can't reach mine. I'm sitting on it.
Then over to Cap for round 3.
Well, this one I went with because you can do this in space and you can do it on Earth too, and that's Joke.
Oh yeah. Gasp.
Yes.
Ooh.
Joke. Yes.
Well, shit. Now that's how someone's about to die looks in
I
space.
certainly do.
That
Oh,
looks
he's
like
lost his
Mr.
hair,
Gray
though.
if he lost his hair.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, blimey. Something wrong with his hair.
Oh, and that's Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
It is.
Quick,
Said-
Silver Surfer, fly faster. He's gonna die.
He doesn't have a surfboard.
No.
That's weird.
No, yeah.
So
How's he gonna save him though? I mean, he doesn't have an oxygen mask for him.
So he's just a silver floater then. He's not the silver surfer.
Silver swimmer.
Is he gonna give him a mouth to mouth?
No, I think that guy's doomed.
Yeah,
that guy is doomed.
I don't think that would help.
He has an
I don't
air
think
hose.
that makes gasping noise either, because that sound doesn't travel in space, so you wouldn't even have that gasping thing, would you? So
No.
points off for that.
Maybe he's
Yeah, I
thinking
think
it.
it's too late for that one.
Yes, choke.
Points off for inaccuracy.
Yeah, he could have used Green Lantern about now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That really made good poor old Hal Jordan an asshole in the future. All right. Now that is impressive. It looks horrifying though, but I guess that's how you look when you're about to explode.
Yeah.
Makes me kind of wish that happened to Arthur Dent from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Hey, how dare you?
Mm-hmm.
That would have made the book a lot better.
No doubt.
It
What a
wouldn't.
jump.
Yes, it would.
No,
Fuck
it
him.
would not. How dare you?
Yes, it would. At least it would be
Just
interesting.
because your unsophisticated Israeli humor could not get the Douglas Adams
Yeah.
books, that's down to you. That's not down to
Bless
Douglas
you,
Adams. and
Briggs.
his
Your
refined
understanding
humorous-
of humor is odd.
Mm-hmm. True.
Well, he is British. You know, they have that wry wit.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
so dry sometimes. You can't even understand if they're joking or
It's
just fucking
very
insane.
the only thing wry about them is their bread. All right.
All right, I'm going to give this one a 10 for that Mr.
Oh!
Lookalike.
You look nothing
And
like
that's
what
why
you're
the
talking about.
10's floating in space. Like,
Yikes.
For the silver wakeboarder.
Right.
Man? Oh.
Them. Let's
Hey.
go to the other silver person.
I
Silver
like to
haired,
see modern writers don't bother.
the silver
Yeah.
tack. Yeah.
Okay.
The silver
All right.
moustache.
So here we have a Dave Cockrum cover.
Cockrum.
Marvel Team Up number
I
55
love these surnames.
with Warlock about to rescue Spider-Man who is floating above the moon. Notice
Okay, how is he gonna rescue him? He doesn't have a helmet for him either.
Right.
I know.
No,
He's in big
Can
trouble.
he create film?
He might be able to put him into the soul gem and he could heal in there. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, right. Adam Warlock.
Maybe you
Magic.
should have some answers before you start showing these crappy covers, Roger. What do you think?
Notice the title, Spider on the Moon, and he is definitely floating in
And he
space
got to be
outside the
doomed. He'll be
moon's
very dead.
atmosphere.
Well, is he floating in space or is he on the moon?
Spider,
Which is-
spider.
The title is on the moon, dude, but
Oh.
he's obviously.
You're-
Could you get the sleep out of your eye, Bill? Look at this guy. He's floating there, lifeless on the moon. I'm in the space on the moon.
Oh, what? Wait a minute.
I repeat, they need Hal Jordan in these cases.
Jackson's got every one of Roger's books, so that's no
Yeah.
reason to vote.
A man
Means
of
they're
good
not
taste,
special.
obviously.
Matilda means they're
Yeah,
not
if
special.
Jackson's
Keep
got
that in
them, then
mind.
like they're just 10 a penny if Jackson's got them. You know, just, don't give him that.
As if that changes something. Oh, there's some Sheena. All right, well, I love this one. It has Spidey, and it has Adam Warlock. I still wonder what's he going to do. Maybe we'll put him in the gym. Or again, maybe mouth to mouth. He is magical, so that might actually work somehow. Fuck knows. But anyway, 10.
Oh,
Thank you, my dear.
Now I don't feel special.
Okay.
I was just looking at the Adam Warlock that you drew me some time back. I have it up here above my doorway.
Mhm.
Hey, stop firing up the judge, you suck up.
Yeah.
Notice I did it after the score, so it wasn't a
Yeah,
suck.
he is.
Ready for next
Yeah.
round,
Well,
you
at least he's not calling me fat in a creative way.
But right.
Ooh, Joe Gray.
All right, we have the ultimate, just hanging out, floating cover with Miracle Man #1, Joe Quesada
Oh.
cover art.
Is that the one that's weird and an asshole?
Yeah, Bill's that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he floating?
I
or
mean,
is he-
Miracle Man.
Let's
or-
not
that
say that
one
about
just, that
Bill.
one just showed a comic with Spider-Man.
Are floating
Ah.
and levitating the same thing? Just asking for a friend.
Or what?
Floating and levitating the same thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you
If
sure?
your friend was asking, yeah.
He's
He's
still
floating, but is he in
He's
space
floating.
though?
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't get any more than just hanging out floating in space.
I think you can see the
Is
space
someone
behind him.
explaining the
But,
boys to
yeah.
me? Are they anti-heroes or something?
Anti-heroes or uncle heroes?
No, the boys, are they anti-heroes? Are they villains? What are they?
They're pretty
Heck,
villainous.
heroes.
They're heroes in their own heads.
Right.
Yeah. And
Like
but
Bill.
he looks about as bad as they do. So is he supposed to be a hero?
Yeah.
Miracle Man is, yeah.
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 He's not the boys.
He's not the boys.
Not affiliated with them.
It does.
He's not
The
Homelander.
series made him look very crazy, though.
Well, he was written by Alan Moore for a while, so
Ah, okay.
Enough said.
enough
Yeah.
said, right?
Enough said. That's the magical words, Alan Moore. Okay, bullshit accepted. It's Alan Moore. All right. This one is it is definitely space, but it's not really no action there, just kind of floating there. It's not at least going towards something. Or there's nothing around him.
I think you missed that pun there, Jackson.
I'll give it an 8.
All right.
Created miracle whip. Ugh.
No,
I don't like mayonnaise.
Anyway, talking of uncontrollable, it's over to Rosko for his next comic book. Talking
Here's
of
one of my
Roscoe's bladder,
favorites.
it's over to
Now you should have said talking about Roscoe's love of cookies.
8 billion genies.
uncontrollable.
Little guys
What
floating.
the heck is that?
8 billion
Oh,
genies.
Is that a
if
minion?
that's a minion, you're getting less points.
yeah,
that a
that's
minion?
Kevin, right? That's Kevin, that little
Seafood
minion. He goes
minion.
me like that.
He's seafood.
Better not be a
He's
minion.
And he's got a
Looks like 8
Pac-Man,
billion genies.
Pac-Man goblin on his shirt.
Is it a tiny camo?
Roscoe, what is it? Just spit it out, man.
It's 8 billion
It's
genies.
8 billion genies.
It's
8
Roscoe in a hot tub.
Ah, story. Well, then specify.
What is the character?
He's a genie. He's a little genie.
Little genie. Okay.
All right,
yeah.
it's not as bad. He's not a minion.
He's not a minion, fair enough.
Is his dad Big Gene?
He looks like a minion. He does look like a minion, though.
Mhm.
You're right for pointing
I
it
think
out.
I've seen that title, but I haven't. I didn't pick it up. Fuck
Well,
that.
you haven't missed much. Ugh, garbage.
Mm.
That was a good one. That was a
That's
good
just
story.
not for me.
It
No,
was
it's not
wild.
for you,
Anything.
Matilda.
That's just
Yeah,
too much money for all these comics. I'm gonna go for the Hellboy.
yeah.
The premise of that book is everyone has a genie that grants them a wish in the whole world. So the whole world just
Oh, that's gonna get fucked really quickly.
exactly. That's why it's a crazy story.
That would be problematic.
Was it written by Alan Moore?
No.
Nah, I'm not interested.
No.
All right.
Alan Moore
this
is
not
a
that
legend in his own mind. I can assure
Well, he
you.
does write some pretty cool, weird bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think he's even the best British writer.
He's British?
Oh yes.
He's British.
Yes.
Surprising. Although, that does explain some things. All right, I'm gonna give this one an 8. It's not bad, but also pretty bland.
Yeah. Just kind of there, right?
Yeah, but if it's
Okey-dokey.
Disney, it's not surprising.
Kind of like mayonnaise.
Kind of like Ray.
I really
Got to take
don't
off a
like
point for
mayonnaise.
that TM nerdy hat too. Ugh.
Cool.
Is it me?
Yeah.
It's my turn now. Isn't it?
Yeah, you
It's
pay
all you.
attention,
Well,
Gray?
no one
Yeah.
else named Mr. Gray.
Are you
over
playing
here.
video games while we're doing our
Yeah,
comics?
I think he is, yeah. Ask
Yeah.
him.
No, I was trying to find if I
Online
got any
poker.
more floating in space covers, or if I'm going to have to show the one that I've already shown. So, yeah, I'm going to have to show that one because I haven't got any more floating in space. But I've got this one for my next comic. Lois Lane. Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane. There she's floating in her space costume. You see a space capsule also floating. Superman is not currently
I
flying,
was
so he is
hoping
floating.
you'd show that
And
one.
they're floating. They're all floating in space. A very, very purpley looking space, Matilda. A lovely, gorgeous shade of purpley looking space.
But
But
that
no
yellow.
witnesses in outer space.
You know, there's other ways to break up
What
besides
yellow?
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It looks slightly
Yeah,
indigo to me,
yeah.
but yeah.
Silver Angel's a fucking
still
asshole.
good.
Uh-huh. Boy, look at that yellow trade dress, Matilda. That's rough.
At least there's
What
space
yellow? What are
orange.
you talking about, Bill? You see things again, mate. Lay
That
off
is
the
rough.
blinking.
And
Is it
that
Oh,
gonna
yellow,
be
Mr.
black
box,
out or
Mastodon is
what?
here. Hello.
that
Hey,
yellow
Donnie.
box down at the bottom. Terrible. Can't escape the yellow, no matter
Yeah.
which angle you look at it.
I don't think anything's gonna
Yeah, Mr. Cap, I
sway
used to have a shirt
Matilda
like
Bill, so I'm just gonna stay quiet.
that.
Well, it's the first time for everything, Roger.
Well, I was hoping you showed that one, Mr. Gray. I do like that cover.
Yeah.
First of all, Superman's about to commit murder.
Yeah.
Second of all, the space is purple.
Mm.
And Lois might die, which brings up the stakes. And her corpse will be floating in space. Well, I give this one a 10. I was hoping to see it.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, lovely. There's
Shameful.
another great Lois floating in space. Well, but I haven't got that one yet. I was looking for it and I haven't got it. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, there's
Right.
another one.
It's over to.
The jury.
I will
Over
say
to
that the best
the
one out
jury.
of the best ones out of this is what Mr. Metarog. You show Mr. Gray and Mr. Cow. Oh, that guy is so fucked. All right, 2 votes to Mr. Metarog. We all love Warlock about to save Spidey.
Nobody likes
Another
Spidey.
one from Mr. Metarog.
Nobody likes Spidey.
I like Spidey. Another one for Mets. I guess Metarog's Mets.
That's my nickname. Met.
What? A big vote for
The
Rosko.
baseball team gets a vote.
Right.
One vote for Mr. Cap. One vote for Mr. Gray.
Thanks.
And so far, I'm assuming
Good one,
Mr.
Comet.
Metarog has 5.
All
Oh, hi,
right.
Mr. Mark. Unless,
Hey, Mark.
but I guess it's 6 if Mr. Sleepy Reader voted for you, though. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
If
Well,
you want to vote for the Mets, that's great, but they don't
Mets.
have a comment.
yeah, my
Another
nickname in
vote
high
for
school was
Rosko.
Met.
I guess that's Damien's nickname for me now, Mets.
Yeah.
You know.
I think you should go with Meta. At least it'll make
Nobody
more
liked
sense
it the
than
first time you
Metarog.
showed it, Gray. You can put it down now.
All right, Mr. Metarog gets the extra.
Okay, then.
Oh,
Round 4.
How anyone can vote for that cat Metarog showed over this Lois Lane cover is beyond me. You're all
Yeah.
stupid.
Well,
You're
you all
dumb.
have a Spidey crotch.
Mhm.
Only Super Rusk can look in the mirror tonight and be proud of what he sees. The rest of you,
True.
lower your heads in shame.
True.
Well, this one isn't a slab, only because it's a 9.8. But
uh-oh.
how does Thor travel? But he travels on the Bifrost Bridge, right? And doesn't that float in space? Let's just show the cover, shall we?
Ah.
No, he doesn't. I don't think it floats in
Well,
space.
he's
It's connected to
technically
Asgard.
standing.
So-
Yeah, it's attached
Held
to,
up.
from Asgard to Earth, but good try.
Yeah,
Good try.
yeah.
Good try.
Everything's
Yeah.
floating
That
in
is a
space,
pretty
isn't it?
cover, but it's also a virgin. And you know how I feel about virgins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sacrifice.
the Silver Surfer 4
Yes.
homage.
Yeah, to all you virgins out there, thanks for nothing.
And it's in one of those plastic coffins. So.
Ugh.
Man.
Oh, please, Bill. Your
Those
house is
plastic
built on
cups
those
are
things.
horrible. Can't stand
Yeah,
them.
his whole basement's made out of them.
Yeah.
Can't stand them.
Houses Bill would collapse if he took the slabs out of where he has them underneath.
Bifrost is in the space. See the building all the way there? It's all floating
Well,
in
there's
space.
space around. He's not. I guess his feet don't look like they're exactly touching the bridge.
No,
So
I guess not.
maybe. So yeah, I guess you can say he's tied to floating.
Sort
Everything.
No,
of.
it's weird to get in the floaty position. You're about to be rammed by the Silver Surfer.
You really got to contort the reality to say
I
that
think-
he's floating there, but okay.
Personally,
There's that moon
I
right behind him.
I don't like to be hard.
Uh-huh.
I don't like to be harsh, but I think with that comic
Really?
book, Cap has disgraced both his ancestors and his descendants. That's how bad that comic is for floating in space.
Castle floating in space. Bridge floating in space. I tell you.
Standing surfer in space. Yeah, that's a good one.
Right.
Yeah, the irony in my shirt says "Be kind to each other" on this show.
When?
I should not wear it next time. All right. That one is.
Yeah.
You can kind of say, I guess, technically, but space around. But well, Silver Surfer's definitely not floating. He's surfing towards Thor.
Kind of like Mr. Fantastic. It's a stretch. It is a stretch.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. The art's quite good. It's
Too
hard
kind,
to say that it's
Painful, I tell you.
you know, Mr. Cap's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
All right, Roger.
Speaking of
You
shameful,
show your comic book while I go and get myself a beer. So,
Will
there you
do.
go.
Will do. No problem. I will attempt to explain it. Well, actually, I don't need to explain it. I think it talks for itself.
probably not.
Why is the son of virgin wrapped in plastic?
But this is what one of my, and I don't mean this in a Rosko way, but this was one of my favorite shows, sci-fi shows from the 1970s.
Ooh,
What?
nice
Space
shade, Mr. Metarog.
1999.
This is your favorite?
The show is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know
Oh,
you're
the
not talking
comic book
about
was
that
horrible.
Charlton comic.
Yeah,
Ugh.
the comic book was okay. It was okay.
Yeah.
This is a John Byrne cover from 1976, and here we have
Byrne,
Commander
too?
Koenig obviously floating in space. Obviously, the Eagle here was destroyed by something, and he's reaching for his helmet because obviously he cannot breathe in the
That's a lot
vacuum.
of
Why did he
obviously.
take it off? Is he a moron?
No,
Yeah.
probably it was taken off by the impact. So.
Is it John Byrne cover you said too?
All I can say,
Oh yes.
all I can say for a comic that spoke for itself, Roger sure didn't shut up while he was showing it, did he?
No doubt. Sure, a lot of obviously's in that explanation too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. It's obviously a 10. I agree.
It's obviously a crappy.
I agree
cover.
totally.
That's
Totally
the
agree.
problem.
Bill. It's a rare occasion when you and I agree on a cover. So
Yes, that it's crappy. We agree, sir.
Roger, I think
Sir.
one of the numbers from the title is your score, and it's not the last three.
yeah, you add the 1 and the 9 and the 9 and the 9, and you have 28. Yes, right.
That's the first
27,
one.
29?
That's the first one of that sequence.
28.
That's the first one of that sequence you deserve.
Obviously, Roger's not a math
20,
major.
yeah, 28. 28. Yes, there you go.
All right. Now that is definitely floating in space and about to die in space. Though it's not as funny as what Cap showed.
No.
It's like, but he just lost his helmet, so he's not at that stage yet.
Right.
Although the art looks good, it is a bit muted, I will say, the cover itself. But still, not bad. And he is floating in space. I'll give this one an 8.
All right.
More than it deserves. Your generosity knows no bounds, Matilda.
Really
Oh, you
good.
have that 1 minus the 9.
Mhm.
I like the choking move.
All right. Anyone who knows me, watches my channel, knows what a huge George Perez fan I am.
Oh,
So
geez.
we have
Is this a
Teen
joke?
Titans issue
It
number
is.
23.
I don't like George Perez, but he has a nice style.
Well, it is Bill
No,
we're
I just
talking
said
about.
I'm a
so,
huge George Perez fan.
Yeah.
Oh, Blackfire and Starfire.
But we know Bill's a style, so yeah.
Teen Titans.
And Raven and Changeling and Robin.
Okay, yeah, they're
Kid
all
Flash.
floating in space.
Lots of people floating in space.
No one watches your channel. Yeah, if you look way back there, yeah, they're floating.
Mr. Werewolf's really not here. I'm disappointed. I must have burned the pie again.
No, thank you. No, thank you, Jackson.
Oh, I know you like Mr. George Perez's style, Mr. Bill.
I don't have anything against him. Rest in peace. I'm just not a fan of his art style. I think that he was a precursor to that horrible '90s art that I just don't like, especially '90s, especially Marvel. So, not a fan.
I agree with the '90s art, but I don't think Perez was any.
You look at his Wonder Woman
stratosphere.
run. His Wonder Woman run's very reminiscent of that. Very scratchy. Way too many lines.
I'm trying to imagine the art. I wish I could see it.
At least Wonder Woman didn't look like the Hulk, you know.
I do quite like the art from the '90s on a lot of comics that I have.
Roger, we need new friends. You're right about that, my friend.
I think Scott's
but it is fair enough. I'm not a huge fan of Kirby.
I
think his art's a bit too boxy and too many lines, maybe. Not to each their own. But now I know where to send all my George Perez covers.
Jackson.
Standing. Now to you. Now you can shove them to the woodpecker.
That's true.
All right, we definitely have many Titans floating. And probably, well, they have Raven there. She'll save them, probably. And also for Starfire being tortured by her evil sister. Well, I will give this one, it is very good, a 9.
All right.
Speaking of floating, my hair is floating.
Okey-dokey.
Mine too.
That for Bill.
I just do this.
Mrs. Mag Musings, bring the oil.
Yep.
All right, I'm going with.
How was the Heroes Convention, Rosko?
It was amazing.
Was it?
Yeah, next year you guys should go.
It's in. Where is it at? I don't even know where it's at.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a hell of a trip for me, sir.
Too far for me, mate.
Well, come on, Greyman. No.
They just make they make comics that are essentially about to be adapted to TV. So all the magic is lost.
All right, here's what I'm going to show my Doctor Strange.
Oh,
I don't know.
Have a levitating cover.
It looks like he has a
Never
giraffe's
Levitating
neck.
cover.
That's a tough one.
Is that space or some strange dimensional void?
Yeah.
I mean, space.
Why does Doctor Strange have a giraffe's neck?
That's what I'd like to know.
I think that's a Marshall Rogers version there.
And he's got those devil horns coming out of the side of his head.
That's part of his levitation, Bill.
Oh,
Jeez,
okay.
Louise. Don't let these guys bother you there, Rosko.
And some all-seeing eye down there in the front.
Yeah,
too.
the Eye of Agamotto.
Oh, is that what that is?
Why are we talking about Charlottesville?
That's where the heroes con, the
Heroes
shirt
Con
that
is.
he's
Yes,
wearing.
Ah. Oh, look, it's
Bone.
Bone. I still want to pick up the tree. Marcel.
Whereas Bill just on
Ran
people
away.
via email.
Well, I wish he had shown a Bone comic. At least it would have been halfway decent. But he has what he has,
still haven't
Matilda. Don't
finished
be too
reading
harsh
Bone.
on him.
It's true. I only have what I have.
No, I did think that as well. Maybe
I only
his
speak
shoulders were
truth,
black, and that's why
Rosko.
his neck looked longer. But
Oh, wait. Bring it up again.
Whoa. It's the first time he's been asked to do that.
In a long time.
yeah, I don't think he can perform on board
Yeah.
Matilda. I don't think
He was having
I don't think he
trouble
could raise
bringing
it
it
at
up.
the time.
Threw me off.
It could be like some shadow there on the top of the shoulders. That makes his shoulders actually stand up higher than they look. I think there is. That's what was my first thought, but I
You
don't
think
know.
so?
It's not obvious.
Are you trying to explain the giraffe neck?
It's not.
I don't think you can.
No, I don't think
Hey, so this is a tough one. He could be in space, but it is Doctor Strange. I mean, most likely, maybe he's meditating and his mind, his consciousness is traveling towards space.
Mm-hmm. It's
In
possible.
that case, he's not really, well, I guess sitting like that, he is technically floating. But the question is, if he's in space,
Yeah.
Well, if he's
I'm
levitating, he's controlling it, right? So he's not floating; he's levitating.
Potato.
It's a very
tomato.
minute distinction, I suppose. but
Tomato,
it is.
Tomato,
tomato.
Semantics.
Let's
Semantics.
call the whole thing off.
I'm just not sure here.
Yeah.
On the giraffe neck, terrible.
Yeah, I'd
But
say.
I will give this one an 8,
Oh,
as we're not sure.
I
you
like.
need to
I
be
like the
kinder
cover.
than
Okay,
that.
before I
like
show
the
my
cover.
actual comic,
Uh-huh.
before I show my
Go
actual
on.
comic, I just want to be mean to one of the panel and say this is the first appearance of Bill on a comic book. But there you go. That was just for laughs.
I don't have blonde hair, gray man.
The actual comic.
I don't
Alright,
think
we
he meant the
have
blonde
Death's
man,
Head.
Mr. Bill.
Death's Head from Marvel UK, and you can see Death's Head taking up a bounty to kill Doctor Who. And out of the view window, you can see floating in space the TARDIS. So all you Whosians out there, tell me, Death's Head,
It's
you want
called a
20,000 to
TARDIS.
kill the TARDIS and only 20 to kill the Doctor? Special offer, yes. And here we see the TARDIS floating in space, time dimensions in
the
space.
TARDIS.
Exactly. So, any of you guys who like Doctor Who, yeah, here you
Wouldn't be
go.
me.
Look,
Well, it's definitely in space. I mean, the
UK
TARDIS is always in space, technically.
5.
True. Flying in space, Jack.
It's always it's in relative dimensions, but it's always in space.
Oh, it doesn't have any relatives. It's an inanimate object, Roger. You're confused. But I think if you listen really carefully, you can hear the bottom of the barrel being scraped. Right?
This is a unique comic. We've never seen Death's Head on this show in all the years we've been doing it.
There's a reason.
Why is that, Gray?
All right.
All the Doctor Who fans out there, which I'm sure there are many of them.
Yeah.
Well, I know Mr. Kyle's a fan.
Relatives in space, but
I mean, and Kyle Walker's a
relatives,
huge Doctor Who fan. If he was the judge, he'd give you a 10.
Well, I always knew somebody was. I just didn't know who it was.
I never watched Doctor Who.
You
so I
didn't
don't
know who?
No, you
It
didn't
was?
miss much.
You didn't know who it was?
Yeah, exactly.
I might read the books one day, or at least get the first one.
Yeah. Ugh.
I don't think I can be fucked to watch that thing.
No, you can't.
Right, Mr. Gray.
Yeah, 7 is where you
That
were
is
going.
Six.
Six.
Definitely floating in space, but the piece of space is much smaller on this cover, I will say. But still, that TARDIS is definitely floating in space. I will give that one a 9.
Oh,
What? I got an
I
8,
know,
and I
you
had
asked,
more
Rosko,
space
you're
on
right
my
to-
I
cover. than he
know,
had on that one.
jeez.
out.
Oh, the size of the space.
There's a
Come on
TARDIS.
now.
I'm just gonna call it the phone booth. Surprised they haven't changed the name with all the political
Come on,
bollocks
Doctor Who
going
fan.
on. So I was gonna say, oh, TARDIS. It sounds like they're saying
Marvel
retard.
UK
Change
and
it.
Doctor Who fans.
Change it to
No,
a
only you
special,
say that,
a special
Matilda.
phone booth.
Literally only you.
The phone booth with specialties.
Don't take what you say and put it on everybody else, Matilda. It's literally only you who called it that.
All right. No, that's a pity vote for Rosko. One vote for
Metababes.
Mr. Bill. One vote for Mr. Metarog. Another vote for Mr. Bill. Metabobs.
Metababes, that was my nickname in high school. I think he's voting for me on that one.
I think he's voting for
Oh,
Mr. Metababes. How the fuck did you earn that nickname?
Well,
All right,
I
another
was
vote for Mr. Bill. Mr.
I was
Bill's
a
in the
handsome
lead.
devil back
Oh, wait, 4 votes for Mr. Bill.
Wow.
Metababes. Mr. Metarog, you're gonna have a slew of new nicknames no one's gonna
I
understand.
tell you, I don't even know where these are coming from.
Metababes. I think Mets is better.
That's that's
Metababes sounds like a female music group. The Metababes.
every once in a while I'll get somebody in a comment that calls me Metagog.
I'm sorry.
What? Isn't
Stop
that
leaving
big
those
monster
comments,
in the Marvel Universe
Alright,
dog?
Mr.
I'm the
Miller,
bigger
yes.
than that. Oh man.
Right.
That's Clifford.
Okie
The big red
dokie.
dog.
Final round. It's over to Cap.
Well,
Mhm.
this one is definitely floating. There ain't no levitating. There ain't nothing else like that. There ain't no controversy about this. He's just
None.
floating in space. There's big old Jupiter behind him.
Okay.
He's in about to be birth position.
Boy, that's a somersaulting in space cover.
Meteor would be the autocorrect name, Metarog.
Meteor would be
Are you
better.
sure that's not a giant eye in front that he's standing in front of? Could
Yeah.
be a giant
No,
eye.
that's
a
He's
planet.
like he's made
Why is one of his hands black?
big eyes.
It's Silver
he's turning
Surfer
evil.
Black.
Mm-hmm.
Is he black?
Well, he
Because
didn't
he
have
didn't have
toilet
toilet
paper
paper.
in space, Matilda.
Ew. He
You
doesn't
got-
even poop. I mean,
Yeah,
Well,
Goliath
he's
you
took
gotta
a
like
floating
his bum
in
somehow.
space. Floating. He's so is the board. Everything's floating in space.
Space is about to birth him.
Yeah.
Release the bowels.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, imagine that with that song. Then he just floats in circles. Oh,
Yeah.
that would be funny.
Michael Jackson stole his glove.
Yeah. That is true. A lot of people, that's a little known fact.
It's Venom. Venom took control
All right,
of his
then.
left hand. Oh, the wiping hand. Ooh.
Yeah,
What do you
see?
think of that one?
See, I was
10.
onto something there.
Okay. This whole series came out like a year or two ago, right? It was a big thing. Then
Yeah.
it died down, like a lot of
Yeah.
modern stuff.
Yeah, then they realized it was hot garbage, right?
I don't know. I never read it. I just thought the covers were very kooky.
Yeah.
I
Weird.
suppose that was part of the attraction. Well, he's
Maybe.
definitely floating in space, but
Sort of.
not a very particularly interesting covers. I will say, imagining rolling like that in space is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's still
Floating.
not hilarious enough. I
No.
will give it an 8.
Not hilarious
More
enough.
than fair.
I have my
Okey
standards.
dokey.
Yeah.
I said
Amp up the
Cyber
hilarity
Woman,
there,
I can
Cap.
understand.
All right, I'm going back to my shenanigans.
Did you ever leave them, Cap?
I mean, I go with what they do, and I tell you,
Yeah, you can only go with what you got. All right, so here we got undoubtedly one of the most prolific floating in space covers because there's
Mhm.
dozens of them apparently here floating in space.
Yeah.
Another George Perez, Crisis on Infinite Earths #1.
Venom, babe.
Back to Metarog. And here we have the
can't
actually
Another Perez one.
another
Oh,
George
after
Perez, various Infinite Earths crashing, and of course it's not just a front cover, but it is indeed a wraparound cover. You see where the Earths are continuing up and up and up, and they're just innumerable.
Okay, Meta Babe is my new favorite nickname.
Metababe.
That's kind of tired, Roger. We've already had a couple George Perez
I would
covers.
posit.
Well, look, they're all
Bill
ballerinas.
showed Perez like already, like
Twice. Yeah. This,
a
this
certain
getting kind
Perez
of
we know they're
repetitive.
getting a bit tired now. Tired
Yeah.
and boring.
Metafrog. Now let's go with Meta Babe.
I would contest that they are floating. They are floating in multiple dimensions, not space.
Well, they're all in space, clearly. They're outside of the Earth, floating.
Notice their positions, Gray. Obviously, most of them, except for like Superman, etc., they're not in any control, so
They're
they're definitely
certainly
floating.
I contest
We all
across
float up here.
multiverses, not floating in space. You know, multiverse and space are different things. You know, they may
True.
look similar, but they're not the same.
True.
I reckon.
Tell him, Gray.
Semantics. They're all clearly floating in space, and it's a wraparound cover. So we have the most amount of
We always
characters
get
floating in space. Well, I'm giving this one a 10.
Oh,
what?
exactly.
Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
thicker.
yeah.
It's thicker for my beautiful senses of hearing.
I got floaty.
I can't
Yeah.
argue that.
And I get an 8.
Mhm.
That's because of that. Hey, look, now I'm floating
When
in
we did,
nothingness.
what's that? Joe?
Empty space.
What's that show we used to do, Genome? The Grader's Notes. When we did Grader's Notes, I gave that 1 a 10 myself, so I can't argue with that score.
No, you have to argue. Whatever happened to that? Will that ever return?
We will be doing a reunion show soon.
Oh, very cool.
Mr. Bill's so not gonna watch it.
Oh yeah, I will. I always watched Grader's Notes. All right, the best one by anyone of the round. We have Nick Fury, issue number 6.
Oh, I remember this one too.
Oh, that one.
Great
That's wearing a
Steranko.
nice tight golden suit.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember it as well.
Yeah, I think
Copy
you
that
might have
Superman
shown this one, Mr. Gray, no? But I remember someone
No, I
definitely
think I showed the
I
Superman,
did.
which was like a homage
yeah,
to it.
right,
Superman's
Mr.
exactly the
Bill
same position. Yeah, but there's a Superman comic where he's showing exactly the same position, like a homage.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's an homage. Yeah. He's got a mask
cool.
on.
And we've got Rayman on the back. Right there. Roaring.
In his artistic mode there.
Yeah.
Wait, where are the Twinkies?
No Twinkies back there, yeah.
They've already been down.
I'm gonna say the same thing what I tried to say about it last time we showed it. There's no reason to have a knife in your utility belt in space. It's absolutely pointless.
What
And I
if
think
you
you
need
should
to
work
stab
on
an
that.
alien fucker right between his 8 eyes?
Gray Man, knives are never pointless. Okay, always remember. That's
Good
that's
one.
not common
Good
sense.
Good one. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
if
They always have a point.
they're butter knives.
That's a very sharp comment there, Bill.
I see what you did. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was too sharp for Mr. Gray.
beat me to it.
Yeah, those knives can cut both ways. You have to be
Hey.
careful.
You always need to have a weapon. You never know what crazy fucker might be out there. Always carry something, even a pen,
True.
and then stab them right between the eyes. Especially if it's a Care Bear.
Okay.
They're evil. I'm telling you, they're evil little fuckers.
Brilliant comment, Matilda.
Well, I love this cover. I love Nick Fury in that outfit. That's definitely floating in space with a knife. 10.
All right.
Okie dokie.
A broken clock's right twice a day. I guess Bill picked a good one.
I don't think it's a good one.
Well, he picked one with a man in a tight suit.
Rosko, old bean.
Here's a nice Joe Quesada Superman
Oh,
Lost
beans.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Isn't he
So
like a publisher of DC or something like that? Or
That's
yeah.
kind of upper atmosphere rather than space. I
That's
think.
is that Superman?
Yep.
I would
Not
say
Lois Lane?
upper atmosphere, not space.
Yeah.
Why does she have those fuck ugly glasses?
Is that the exosphere or something like that? Or what's the other linking various?
Troposphere.
yeah.
Stratosphere, no?
Mm.
Okay.
don't
Well, it looks like she's
don't
breathing,
go for it,
so-
Roscoe.
But that
Don't,
was
Looks like she's
don't play
breathing.
into their sick little mind games. Okay.
And the cape actually has form, so that means that there has to be some air currents.
Good point,
How
Roger.
is Lois alive?
For once, you make a good point, Roger. All right, for once, you speak sense. Unusual.
Oh,
That is a good red cover. I read many things with a red
Great
cover
man.
this year.
Oh, never mind.
I do love the layout and the conception, the concept of the cover though.
Mm.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
to
okay,
wonder
whatever,
how the fuck
Roger.
she's
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
Well, it's very romantic and very it draws you in for sure, but it's not
Except the
quite
fuck
on
ugly
point.
glasses.
Mm.
Except
They
for the
don't hate
fuck
on
ugly
glasses.
Roscoe, that one takes my
Roscoe,
breath
he's trying
away.
to do the compliment sandwich with you. Don't fall for it, all right?
The troposphere is where we live, not to be confused with the triposphere where Cap lives.
Yeah, if there's air, it's in the troposphere. That's true.
What is the stratosphere?
I don't know.
It's the point where the atmosphere still has a little bit of air, I do believe, and then after that is the stratosphere and outer space.
Before we go crazy.
Oh, what an atmosphere. I love a party with a happy atmosphere. Anyway.
I also love the composition of the cover, but you have to assume they're probably not right out in space, or else Lois would be dead. Unless that's Superman's plan all along. In that case, well done.
You did see him chopping up her spacesuit air pipe earlier on, so
That's
you know.
true.
All right, so for the sake of this, him trying to murder her, which makes this interesting, we'll say they're in space. The composition is very pretty, and I like how his cape floats. It looks like they're about to be married because he's all in white.
True.
Maybe. But white does make me look fatter. I will give this one a 9.
Ugh.
1 point off for the white.
Okay, so the last comic book. Now, I could show the comic that Roger showed earlier on. But I looked through all my other comic books to find if I could see if I had any other floating in space. And you know what? I'm going to show this one. The floating in orange space, not the typical color that you'd think for space. It's the
we've seen purple.
It's the grooviest. It's the Partridge Family. And here you can see them floating in orange space.
Wow. Talk about you should have went with the first one.
Yeah, no, it's
you should have.
I'm not going to win anyway, so let's just show a different comic book.
Where did you get that one, Gray?
It came in a lot.
What is the Partridge Family even?
It's an old TV show, Matilda. An old
I'm
TV.
saying.
Is it British, Mr. Gray, or American?
This is the show that Bill and Roger used to go, oh, I like so-and-so from the Partridge Family.
Susan Day.
Wait, where's that? Where's the dad?
Keith Partridge was
roller skating with her one day.
Keith Partridge was so big, his fan base was bigger than his fan club was bigger than the Beatles at the time. That's how famous
he was. Big. He was really big.
But where's the
David
mom
Cassidy,
and dad
right?
on the cover?
Bill knows.
Just the mom.
David Cassidy, Danny Bonaducci, you know.
Yeah,
They both know they love the Partridge
Who
Family.
was the president of the club?
Cap's
Why are they floating in orange space?
Cap is sitting there quietly having
I
a
think I love you, Rosko. But what am I so afraid of?
How do you think she had all them kids, bud?
Roscoe, come on, get happy.
Grooviest, mate. It's
Exactly.
It's good. You guys are good there. It's a good one.
Yeah, that's a 7 if ever I've seen it. Just for the nostalgia it brings back Matilda.
Not for me. I've never heard of the show until today.
Well, you got to research.
You're too young, my dear. You're too young. That was from the early 70s.
Let's just say,
My
Matilda,
dad was
let's
just
just say it's no Brady Bunch.
No.
I haven't seen the Brady Bunch either.
Oh, that was
I
such
have
a
no-
good show.
It's
I
now.
have no reference. I have no
The Brady
reference
Bunch
to
really
it.
over here, but Partridge Family didn't, I don't think.
Jackson had all their LPs. That's funny.
I didn't
wouldn't have
even
thought so.
see the Full House series.
The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. That's why we're
Yes,
called
it's the one where they're all
Brady
smiling like
Bunch.
psychopaths, right?
Exactly.
It's too
There you go.
terrible
That's
for
what I
me.
was talking about. Scott admits it.
I have no idea what to give this one. It doesn't even have any fucking space.
No.
What he fails to say, he's had about 20 imaginary girlfriends since then, and he's married to an
But
imaginary.
that is I suppose that's a nice picture. It's not really space, is it?
Not really, though.
It's orange
Well,
space. It's a whole new
I'll
concept.
give you a 7 for the bullshit creativity.
You're far too generous.
More than he deserves. You're far too kind.
Far too generous.
You're far too kind.
I must admit, I did not see that one coming, Gray. I must admit.
Again, but I couldn't be bothered. I thought
I
I'd say
mean,
Here, I'll just go with a blank space.
That
How
was-
about that?
that
Come on, Mr.
was
Cap, show the birthing position.
wow,
All right,
surprising.
One vote for Meta Babe.
Babe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Another
man.
vote for Meta Babe.
Jeez.
A third vote for Meta Babe.
Do I have to change my channel name now?
Yeah.
5 votes for Meta Babe.
Just Meta
Oh,
Babe.
no.
And
Meta
Meta
Babe.
Frog. But we
Meta
all know
Frog.
the only Meta
Oh
Frog.
man. Oh god.
Metababe is gonna become the new thing.
Oh man.
Hashtag Metababe.
Oh my god. I guess
Code Magog. You guys are killing me over here.
Nah, Metababe is the best. That's the one we're going with.
Meta Dude. I mean, Meta Frog. Dog Magog.
Metababe it is.
Oh, man.
Gotta start writing Metababe for the scores.
Oh man.
Got the who got the points there? Roger again?
I think so, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yep.
All the votes are for Metababe.
Crisis in Space, yeah, all right.
Anyone got any streams or anything they wish to mention?
It's too early, but Bill and I are going to be doing another retrospective in October, and I'm going to be doing a Halloween Horror Horde Showdown, which Bill is part of as well. But that's later in October.
That's already too scary for normal television, mate.
It is. It's going to be horrific.
It's going to be on it. You best put warnings out now.
But there will be a prize to be given out though. That's something that we're kind of priming the pump there a little bit.
You want to get sued for not warning people.
Congratulations, Roger.
You doing any shooting?
Thank you, sir.
Cap?
No, I don't have nothing coming up lately.
All right, not bothering with shooting the ship anymore.
Not as much.
Back
Between
up.
the lines, Rosko?
I don't know. The guy that we were supposed to have on, he just canceled on us, so I'm not sure. We'll see.
All right, I'll be on your show, Rob.
Yeah,
I will be
trying to get my art talent on that show.
I'll be a guest star.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't been feeling the best, so we'll see what happens.
Mm.
But yeah. Oh, and
I can tell your voice sounds a little off.
Yeah, I think I got food poisoning last night, so yeah, it was not fun. Rough night, but
you're not supposed to eat it. It drops on the floor, mate. If it drops on the floor, just leave it there. 5 seconds.
You're a real trooper for coming on after that, because food poisoning is no
show
joke.
last night, and I was like, oh man. So, but I'm okay. I'm hanging in there.
I might have a haul this weekend if I get bothered to finish it off.
Ooh.
I think I've shown half of them here.
Nice.
Anyway. Yeah, that's it. Can I say it to the wheel when Matilda tells us who's won? No super chats today, so let's just have a fart while we're waiting for.
No!
Metarog won anyway. Doesn't he win every week?
Then get a super chat. That's cheating.
All right, we'll do this one instead then.
Dirty old.
All right, that's better. I'll take that one.
That's funny.
Metarog's gonna win anyway, so I mean,
he brought his own jury again.
just show up to hang out with Rosko.
All right. I have thoughts videos out next week if anyone's interested. One about the next 2 issues of Truesdale. Oh, that one's so shit.
Who?
And Usagi Jimbo.
Ooh.
All right. Let's continue. And we have a tie. So brace yourselves. Okay, 4th place this week with 44 points is Mr. Cab. Woohoo!
Welcome back.
That is Mr. Cab.
Thanks, I got my spot in last place again. I'll hold this down.
Keeping it warm for you,
Last
Cap.
place this week,
Right.
but even with the Partridge Family, I couldn't beat you. Sorry, man.
Right.
I look forward to your haul, Mr. Gray. If you
I like
release
a
it.
good beating now and then.
It's not a
I
big
bet you do. I bet you do.
All right. 3rd place this week with 45 points is Rosko.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Rosko coming out with the food poisoning. Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
that's a trooper there.
You should go lie down after this, Rosko.
Oh, believe me, I am.
Take your nappy off and lie down.
Yeah. And drink some soda. Okay, 2nd place this week with 48 points are Mr. Bill and Mr. Gray.
Oh.
Gray amazing.
2 guys that like to be tied together.
What a lovely couple.
Let's keep tied together.
And first place this week with 53 points is Metababe.
Metarog hopped in the first
Stop
place.
bribing the jury, please, Roger, and give other people a chance.
Right.
Sucking up to them and like sending them super chats or whatever the heck else he's doing. Because honestly, all these jury votes getting, half of them aren't even deserving at all.
Look at that! Look what Rosko's showing over there.
Oh, that's Nosferatu on a bad day.
Right,
It's
watch out.
Gonzo. Gonzo is Nosferatu.
Give us
Oh, God.
I don't know who Gonzo is.
What's your
The
winning
Muppets?
speech and let us know what you want us to add to the wheel.
how about a classic kind of cover trope is floating heads. So how about floating heads?
That one again?
We've done it.
We've done it.
Yeah, I think we had floating
All right.
Yeah,
All
we've
right,
seen
how
those.
How about long hair?
Did you not have that like a week ago? Long hair. Yeah,
No.
long hair's on the wheel.
No,
It's on the
we
wheel?
have long
Yeah.
hair.
Long
Okay.
hair.
Wow. Okay. How about very, very ostentatious costumes?
Okay.
Well, that's right in your wheelhouse,
Nice.
Gray Man.
We did bad clothes once, didn't we? Is that not the same thing?
Well, it doesn't, I mean, I don't mean clothes. I mean, like, actual costumes that are just like way over the top.
Oh,
Maybe
so-
wacky costumes.
Superhero.
Wacky
Right,
costumes. That's good.
costumes.
Yeah,
So
that's
we're
good.
talking about wacky superhero, supervillain costumes. So wacky super suits.
Yeah.
Wacky costumes, right? And
Okay.
you got to
Wacky
spell that
super
one.
suits.
You have to actually think about that one.
Well, that sounds like a show I got to dress up
Thrown
for.
off in the
Oh, you
suit.
know it, Cap.
Indeed, you do.
Or dress down.
Yeah.
Wow,
Uh,
I
I expect there'll be star glasses and cone hats and who knows what else.
And
Basically
pasties.
whatever Cap normally wears, really.
Mm.
right.
Right, so
So no different.
let's spin this bugger.
See? Don't forget to take off floating in space.
It's already off. Oh, submarine! I forgot that was even on there.
All right.
Ooh,
Submarine. How long's that been on
submarines.
there for? That's been on there for about 10 million years.
Nice.
Okay.
I
Put
like
that
it.
on there 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. Submarine covers then. We're all going to get sunk next week.
Well, that's gonna be cool. I can even imagine some covers with submarines. I mean, I'm sure we had some, right?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
We had covers that had a submarine somewhere. I remember.
Yeah,
Hey,
I can
Floating
think of,
ones,
Covers.
boats.
I can think of 3 or 4 off the top of my head. So yeah.
Mhm.
And I just remember it's the ones that usually had war on them
Mm.
or something.
Yep.
That should be
Submarine has
interesting.
been on since Suddenly Comics won last century. Did he put it on the wheel then? Suddenly Comics.
But no, since I won last century.
Maybe Mr.
Right.
Mark put on. I don't remember
We-
who put on.
we haven't
Mr.
been
Cap,
on-
Was it you?
We've only been on 5 years. I can't be.
Well, if anyone can't make it, we get Suddenly on if he was the one who put it on the wheel. If anyone can't make it, but
What's a sanctuary? That's what I want.
yeah, no, you
Or a
can't.
sandwich with a G.I. Joe.
That's the British century. You know how they
Yeah.
put color with another U.
Some people get excited. Okay,
So
thanks
that's
for
why
coming,
there's
everyone.
Kal-El like that.
Cheers for coming.
All right, submarine.
Enjoy
it
the
is.
rest of your nights. And
Everyone have a
Bye,
great
everyone.
weekend.
God bless.
See you next week.
yeah.
Take care.
Mr. Bill, more enthusiastically, please.